everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. Today I'm going to do a very quick reading for anyone who is acknowledging that they need to call back their energy. And what I mean by that is you're probably seeing very, very specific signs from either your own ancestors and guides or from the universe. And it's a big confirmation that you really need to call back your energy from people, places, and things from the past. This is giving you the awareness that not only are you on a higher path, but things are still happening in the astral, in the spiritual, as you may be experiencing the physical void at this time. So let's have a look at the cards and see what comes up. Thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, spirit team. What do we need to know for the divine feminines and the divine masculines who are listening in at this time? What is the most important messages regarding calling back the energy? And how is this important in regards to this future timeline and the gifts that are unfolding? I'm just pulling out a few more cards. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, which is very important. In the previous reading, we had the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Hearts, Ace of Cups, which basically was talking about the abundance that you're going to receive, Divine Feminine. If you haven't actually checked that reading out, please do check that out, because I always love the fact that the readings end up following a very specific storyline, timeline. And what I'm seeing with the Ace of Wands, it's very prominent at this very particular conjuncture because of all those aces that have just come up. And that's actually giving us the opportunity to say, all of these aces are unlocking a brand new beginning for you. And like I said, if you haven't checked out that reading, please do, because that first card is very important. It could resonate if you're already resonating with this message. So what is the biggest message for the divine feminines and masculines who are calling back their energy? The Emperor. So this is this Aries, fiery type of energy in alignment with this Ace of Wands, which actually is very significant when it comes to both of these cards, illuminating, because we're currently in the Aries season, this fire is being lit within your solar plexus. And it feels as if even if you may not be in a busy environment, it doesn't feel as if you're busy, but you're being very purposeful and intentional. You're being very constructive and what's the word? It's like you're very deliberate, and you're able to do things at a very efficient way. That's what I'm seeing, but it's not like you're busy. It's almost as if like you've got time to chill, and in that time, instead of filling it with more things to do, you're like, well, no, actually, I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm going to practice yoga on the mat, or anything of that nature. So I feel that the Emperor card is very beautiful because of the fact that we have the Emperor card showing up as being a leader. So yes, I see that this leadership that is coming into your vicinity is actually elevating you to be way more efficient and way more productive than you've ever been before. And it feels as if you're not doing much, right? But in the outside, people are like, what? You're doing what? That's incredible. Oh my God, that's amazing. So give yourself credit and give yourself grace. What is the biggest challenge that you're facing at this time? The Nine of Pentacles. I don't think it's a challenge, but I feel this challenge is you're going to be juggling a lot more prosperous, a lot more seeds that are all trying to grow at the same time, right? So it's almost like you don't really need to focus on one thing. Some of you may, that could be in your nature, don't get me wrong. But what I'm seeing for those of you who are resonating with this, I'm seeing that there's going to be so many facets to your skill set, to your offerings into the world, and they are also going to multiply, right? And so that could be a challenge, which means that, balance is required in this instance. But I feel that that's a positive, negative thing, if that makes sense. So, what do we need to know about the current signs that the guides are sending? Wow, we've got the Three of Swords. Now, I feel that the guides are sending you signs of the past in order for you to call back that energy from those people, places, or things. So some of you might be dreaming of exes or past connections, and you're probably thinking, why is that relevant? And I feel it is another layer of letting go. Now we aren't able to completely let go as humans. Some of you are more apt in doing that than others, but this is the message for those guides who are sending signs and messages regarding hearts, regarding birds, regarding even butterflies and swords, or even daggers. And I mentioned this in yesterday's reading as well, or the previous day's reading, should I say, the last reading. I will link it to the thumbnails at the end of this reading just to give you a heads up. And even if you wanted to listen back to it, I always like listening back to readings because there are certain versions of myself that picks up on certain messages. And then the next time I listen to it, I pick up on new messages. So I feel like repeating books or songs or readings like this is so prominent to your journey. And the guides are impressing this upon your psyche, upon your consciousness of the past has actually enabled you to get into a bigger, better stride in order for you to excel and expand. So, what are the gifts that are coming through for those individuals who are resonating with this call so far, with this current reading? Now we've got the second major arcana, which is the Hierophant, and really impressively, we've got the Emperor, which is the card number 4, and the Hierophant, the card number 5. This is progress to your higher self, divine feminines. Now, some of you constantly communicate with your higher self, which is incredible. Like, to have that type of gift and that connection is very powerful. What this is saying to me is you aren't just channeling your divine higher self, you are impressing those types of characteristics and qualities into your physical reality. That you don't have to call in your higher self. You are now understanding that you are your higher self, if that makes sense. And that's why it's more likely that prosperity, fortune, abundance, love, all of these things are happening for you because now you know how worthy you are of those things because you are your higher self. There are certain people who are having physical symptoms around this. What is the biggest physical symptom that we need to be aware of? The Three of Pentacles. Now, this is about grounding in those emotions, those energies, those past experiences. And I'm seeing a lot of energy being kind of channeled through exercise, through movement, maybe even dance. Some of you may be even knitting or, playing with fabric. And I'm seeing a lot of lower chakras, but also in relation to the heart energy, in relation to the sacral and the root. So if you're having any symptoms around these particular areas, know that this is another confirmation that you are grounding in these energies. And as I said in a previous reading, you may be attracted to more earth and water, and asking yourself, well, what do those elements help with healing your current physical ascension symptoms? What do we need to know in the near future regarding calling back the energies? Wow, we've got the third major arcana, which is the Magician, and the number 1 card. So the number 1 card, the Magician, is creating your reality. When you've pulled back your energy, when you've created this cauldron from all of the energy that you dissipated and gave away, you're actually using that energy because you are now more powerful. You're more powerful to create your reality. And it's almost this huge opening into your higher self manifesting and grounding these manifestations in this physical reality. What do we need to know regarding the twin flame connection or any soul connection that is the energy being called back at this moment? So it includes your twin flame. You're actually calling back your energy from your twin flame, which is very contradictory because you are your twin flame and it was always within you. So why? What is the power? What is the influence in regarding your twin flame connection, the Six of Wands? This is the victory that you've always wanted. By you pulling back your energy back into yourself, understanding that you are your divine masculine, that you are your divine feminine, this is the victory that your ancestors' incredibly powerful confirmation. They're very supportive and celebratory of this fact that you're able to call back your energy. Because it is not coming from a place of desperation. It's not coming from a place of, I need to call back my energy. I'm dissipating. I'm melting. It's not that at all. It's actually saying that you've known those past occasions and experiences have brought you to where you are right now. And now is the time for you to stand on that stage to receive the accolades and the awards for your hard work, divine feminines and masculines. By calling back your energy from people, places, and things, you're seeing your guides and your ancestors come around you way more often. It could be in animals and it could be in signs and it could be in numbers. And this is all the confirmation to say that this is exactly how you were supposed to progress in your current journey. What is coming up for the near future? For those of you who are resonating with this message thus far, the Six of Pentacles. Some of you are already seeing a lot of 666s, which is all about love. It is all about union. It is about reunion because of the detachment that you have around your twin flame, because of the solid connection that you've grounded in the physical between you and your higher self, and the invitation that you're bringing your guides and your ancestors around your circle, creating this powerful vortex because you are the portal. Now, this Six of Pentacles is saying that you have been giving yourself exactly what you needed from your twin flame. Some of you, and I don't mean to trigger anyone, but some of you are now thinking, do I actually need my twin flame? To the point that you already know you are your twin flame. You already know you have all the love that you need. And that is such a huge progression in this spiritual journey. And that's when like attracts like. That's when the force field that you have literally, what I'm seeing is you've literally clapped your hands because you've pulled back the energy. And as soon as you've clapped your hands, it vibrates in the cosmos and that's coming back to you. It's almost like this ripple effect that you put a pebble through the lake in the water and it ripples out, and you've done that for such a long time. You've rippled out all of your energy and you've given to others and you've supported others. And now those ripples are coming back to you in this clap. And now you get to exert your power. So for those of you who are probably seeing a lot of dream states around using your hands or, collating this energy around you, this is a very significant sign for you at this time. And I'm absolutely thrilled that I got to channel these messages for you because this is pretty epic. If any of you resonated with these, please do let me know in the comments box. I love hearing from you. I love reading your comments, and all comments don't need to be so positive. But again, the more and more things that you put out there, the more and more things they're likely to come back for you. So please be mindful. Please be respectful of others and their comments and their experiences. Please do like this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe. And I would love to hear back from you and see you on the next reading. Bye for now.